Hey guys, Digital Lifestyle here, back with another video. Hope you all are doing very well today. Right, I got some news today and a few clips to play you from Jimmy Valhill, who breaks down what the XRP escrow, because there's been people moaning about XRP keep selling, dumping on the market, which they're not. It's controlled sales. He's going to talk about Bitcoin. Then you're going to hear from Michael Saylor, and apparently Michael Saylor in the dot-com bubble lost an awful lot of money. He lost billions. And you're going to hear from John McAfee, John McAfee, who talks about Bitcoin, what he's calling it. I know a lot of people are getting into Bitcoin right now because of the ETFs and all that kind of stuff, but could that be the bubble? Could that be the black swan? I do not know. But anyway, Chainlink shows signs of price surge. Chainlink's price begins showing signs of rise. Link overcomes key resistance levels, boosting market confidence. Technical indicators suggest strong bullish momentum for Link. Moving on. Hong Kong financial sector sees surge in Bitcoin ETF applications. Hong Kong asset managers apply for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Competition heats up with entries from VSFG and Value Partners. Regulatory developments could signal a new era in finance. UK law makers challenge SEC on Ethereum regulations. Ooh. Bitcoin ETF sees first net inflow after a week. US Republicans send a letter to the SEC and Ethereum ETFs. Concerns over digital classifications and regulatory concerns raised. I'm going to read a bit of this one. Cryptocurrency makers bustling, and today's FUD centers around lawsuit against the KuCoin exchange. However, yesterday marked the first net inflow into spot Bitcoin ETFs after a week, allowing BTC prices to hold above 69,000. A few minutes ago, another development occurred directly concerning applications for the Ethereum ETFs. The spot Ethereum ETF letter. US Republicans have sent a new letter to the SEC, led by Chairman Patrick Mahenry of the House Financial Services Committee and House Architectural Committee. Republicans are requesting the SEC Chair Gensler to clarify the SEC position on several issues, announcement stated. Let's move on. The lawmakers are asking the SEC to clarify the position of the special purpose broker dealers SPD or SPBD ability to custody non-security digital assets. The SEC desire to address SPBD non-compliance, the regulatory classification of ETH, and the SEC stance on Ethereum's announcement. As you know, there are extensive public records defining ETH as a non-security digital asset, and the numerous regulators' actions are based on this position. However, we now are facing a concerning scenario where a SPBD plans to offer custody services for ETH under the regime that does not allow such activity. If allowed to continue, this action could have imperishable consequences for the digital assets market. The letter also criticizes the SEC for labeling most cryptocurrency securities. It highlights concerns about confusion caused by the lack of clear definition of securities. Furthermore, the SEC's failure to propose a new rule providing clear asset clarification for digital asset market or provide comprehensive guidance has worsened the uncertainty within the digital asset ecosystem. Despite that, though, prices are still rising. The SEC has taken has it worsened this uncertainty with the digital asset ecosystem? The SEC has taken numerous enforcement actions against some digital asset trading platforms, accusing them of not registering as broker clearing agencies or national security exchanges for trading digital asset securities. Despite this history of recognizing ETH as a non-security digital asset, you have consistently refused to acknowledge that ETH is a non-security in your testimony before the House Financial Services Committee in March 2023, you refused to answer the numerous questions about whether ETH would be considered a commodity. Your reluctance to clarify the treatment of ETH, as demonstrated by the Prometheum announcement, has further increased the confusion and uncertainty regarding ETH's classification. Your reluctance, this is to the SEC by the way, to determine the digital assets are so-called digital asset securities have created confusion even for entities regulated by the SEC. Right, so that was a letter from Henry, but it says US. I said UK, idiot. Sorry, my bad. Right, moving on. Ethereum approval prospects remain bleak, following from that one. And XRP Whales mobilize following SEC's latest appeal. Now, this is to do with the $2 billion fine, I believe. The United States Securities Exchange Commission, SEC, final court decision regarding Ripple and its response to the latest appeal has brought the movements of XRP Whales into the spotlight and of the cryptocurrency world information from Whale Alert, a platform that detects and publicly shares large transactions and blockchains. Indicates that Whales are transferred over 300 million XRP in the last 24 hours. These transfers coincided with a significant drop in the price of XRP and led to speculation about the future price of the price trajectory of the altcoin. Whales take actions after SEC moves. Ripple has entered a period of stagnation compared to other general cryptocurrency markets since it began a large battle with the SEC. However, the SEC's appeal for a decision regarding Ripple intensified interest in XRP movement, particularly following the significant transactions by Whales. Recent data provided by Whale Alert points to 3 significant transactions involving transfer of 1.8 million XRP worth a total of $191 million. These transactions consist of famous XRP moving coins to a centralized exchange and a large transfer between unknown wallets. The transactions indicate mixed sentiment among the whales, pointing to both sales and non-chain transfers. The timing of these transactions occurring shortly after SEC's appeal for final decision against Ripple has fueled speculation that the future of XRP amidst the ongoing legal dispute. The SEC request includes significant penalties and injunctions against Ripple, contributing to uncertainty around the altcoin's regulatory status. As a result of these developments, XRP price has fallen by 2.5% in the last 24 hours, trading at 62.9%, or 62.9% dollars at the time the article was prepared. The decline in market value and trading volume reflects investor sentiment surrounding XRP, which is worsening due to legal uncertainties involving Ripple and the SEC. I'm going to stop it there, right? I'll tell you why. I'm going to stop it there because at the end of the day, right, Ripple has over 1,700 partnerships. People are they're not aware of that, right? This is FUD. They want people out of XRP, right? They want you out because XRP is going to do such major things when it comes to the new financial system. It has partnerships across the globe. It also has 40 money transmitter licenses in the USA alone. So this is all FUD in my view. The SEC wants to charge Ripple with $2 billion. Now, that's never going to happen, quite simply because of what the judgment for it in the first instance. However, that said, they may try and go for them for the institutional sales, and they're only a small amount. They don't amount to the $2 billion that the SEC wants to charge them. Anyway, moving on. If you like this kind of content, guys, please do like and subscribe. I'm going to play you a few clips now from Val Hill, Jimmy Valhill, and what he's saying regarding the escrow, and Michael Saylor is going to come up in there as well. And also, the last clip is Elizabeth Warren, by the way, and her on her jet But while she's on her jet, she's telling other people, you can't be on no jet. Anyhow, hold on, let me go and get this plane for you.
Stories. The SEC is seeking a nearly $2 billion fine against Ripple. Last year, a federal judge found the issuer of XRP violated securities law by selling the token directly to institutions. Now the court has to issue a final judgment and decide how much Ripple has to pay for breaking the law. While the SEC says the judge should hand down a $1.95 billion penalty against the company. Ripple's chief legal officer posted on X that it would file a response to the proposed judgment next month. We should also note that while Ripple was found to have violated the law when it came to selling XRP to institutions, the judge said the crypto company didn't break the law when it sold to retail investors. Next, U.S.
I'm one of these believers that the escrow was kind of something that they had to do as a protective measures. So what predated the escrow, which I think went into effect December of 2017, was the 15 or 20 JP Morgan senior level executives that showed up at Ripple.
Right.
Where I think they were effectively demanding what they got from Ethereum, which was 50% of the network or something like that.
Right.
But Gary Gensler had been at MIT basically saying you would have to pay the monopolist maybe 50%. And so I think the escrow was a middle finger to the legacy banking system that was very much trying to capture the network at the time. So they put it in escrow, and they came up with, a pretty reasonable, sound distribution policy. The one thing I'll say, I see tons of people lamenting, Ripple's dumping on the market. 200 million came out of stuff. It's like, guys, look, that's what it's very analogous to, like when you have a preferred stock offering in a public company, that preferred stock is going to roll out over some period of time once it's covered by a registration statement. It's called the overhang, and it's already basically priced in, right? Everybody knows there is 100 billion, or much less than that now, because not much less, but less than that now because of what's been burned in transactions. But you can assume, all of our valuations assume that ultimately that is all out onto the market, and it'll be, market. We've already passed the initial 55 months of, the escrow. So it was originally programmed to come out $1 billion a month, right, for 55 months.
Right.
So they've already surpassed, I forget, I haven't looked at this in a while, but we'd be in month 60 something by now. And they, added what they didn't put into the market on the back end. So they're trying to implement a pretty conservative monetary policy, and keep some type of, equilibrium in the supply and demand. But I personally wouldn't care if they dumped it all on the market tomorrow. I think if they had a path to do it, and, the federal government wouldn't tackle them, they probably would.
Okay.
So I think the escrow is a good idea for them. I think it protected the network, which is that's the most important thing.
Right.
And, let's grow up a little bit and, not always assume that,
absolutely
things are for the bad just because the price appreciation hasn't been what people wanted. People do not realize how manipulated by the venture capital firms that the digital asset space has been, especially when you start talking outside of the blue chip. I would consider the blue chip Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum. Okay. Right. And everybody knows how I think about Ethereum. So those would be blue chip. Anything else is basically, I wouldn't call it a meme coin, but you need to be looking hard at what the utility is, all this stuff. Correct. But what is happening is these venture capital firms are showing up at the very early innings of one of these firms starting. Right. They're giving them a lot of money, and they're getting an allocation of these tokens. They are then turning their media assets on and pumping the value of these things to oblivion, and then dumping on the people who are chasing the zeros and the green candles. And it's happening over and over. Luna, FTX, FTT coin, Serum coin, every one of these things that you end up seeing failing in spectacular fashion.
Yeah.
It's the same exact business model. Okay. So we're kind of living in a world that you can't really look at these charts and, see these green candles and actually really believe that that's doing anything besides they're sucking in people to dump on. Who could really be pulling the strings on this to make, a federal agency go after this company, cause all this market uncertainty, risk their reputations and their careers to do so? Right. We're talking this could, depending on certain facts, if it is the case that, say, China was paying these people indirectly to basically do that,
right?
That's treason, right? I mean, so this is not like little kid stuff we're talking about.
That's right.
It's the type of stuff that would have given you a pretty major pause. It had taken me a lot more than $15 million to compromise my country.
If it was you and I, we probably would have got thrown in the back of the van with Stephen as well.
Yeah, 100%. In fact, I mean, these events I'm about to tell you about, I walked around my house a few times. I got a good story about that.
Nobody will use Bitcoin anymore. It's old, clunky, slow, expensive, with zero privacy. Nobody uses it. It's a piece of shit that the world has not understood yet.
So, John, just to play devil's advocate, because I want to hear your thoughts on this. I mean, there's a lot of ways that they're trying to add more privacy features to Bitcoin, right?
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Yes. Like there's a lot you can add to a Model T Ford to make it a fucking space rocket. Good God, wake up, my friend. No, it's stupid. Fucking please, God. You look like a man with a brain. You know better than this. You fucking know better.
John, I agree with you on the need for privacy. It's just not a reality.
Not just privacy. Not just privacy. Show me how the fuck you put a smart contract on the Bitcoin blockchain. Impossible. Well, what use is a goddamn blockchain without a smart contract? Everybody has a smart contract except Bitcoin. What about a distributed application? You can't put dApps.
Smart contracts there.
You can't put dApps on a. Please, God, please wake the fuck up. If you actually believe Bitcoin is worth more than 5 cents, then please explain that to me.
So John, where's the money going to flow, though? I mean, why are people buying Bitcoin today if it's not?
Because they're stupid. They don't understand the blockchain. That's why they don't understand cryptocurrency.
Do you know who the largest loser in the .com era was?
Who's that?
It was a company called, they lost billions of dollars. It was called MicroStrategy, and it's run by a guy named Michael Saylor.
Wow.
So, like you said, things, it doesn't always repeat, but it rhymes, right?
It rhymes.
People need head on a swivel. If you don't, it's the Bob Marley line. If you don't know your history, then you won't know where you're coming from, right?
That's exactly it. Yep. Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Crypto asset. Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best. Okay. It's not like Google and Facebook. It's not like Apple and Amazon. Yeah. We can debate Apple or Amazon. What's better? They both look like tech monopolies to me. They both look pretty good. On the other end, Bitcoin or no. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's crypto asset. This entire idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit, ridiculous, stupid, right? Like, it's stupid. It's not 60% dominant. It's like 96% or 95% dominant, right? The thing, if you compare it as a crypto asset to a like kind of proof of work crypto network, right? That's meant to be a store of value. You know, you're lucky if you can scrape together 5% of other stuff in the last bucket. So there is no real competitor.